Hello guys, welcome to another video. Vampire and Slime Back in Time, Rimuru x Luminous, by M_Swedgy. CH10. Not so one-sided thoughts. Luminous. When Rimuru created an opening at its back, I used both Wind Blade and Water Blade at once, somewhat combining them, amplifying the power. But it was able to dodge it, then it attacked me with its Thunder Breath. I dodged it by creating a small air explosion under my feet, launching me to the end of the pillar thing that I'm on. I looked at the place I was at a moment ago, and it was mostly destroyed, which gave me an idea, and I assume Rimuru got the same idea as his attack hit that same spot. I tried to use it being distracted by slashing it, but it counter-attacked, but I managed to block it thanks to Rimuru's help. Then I returned to where I was on the pillar. After a bit of time, Rimuru pinned it down, and while I was trying to cut off the pillar connection to the wall, other pillar. This is the third pillar, but I forgot how it exactly looked and I'm too lazy to check. Rimuru made the stalactites fall on it. Luminous. We got you. I didn't even need to make the pillar fall on you. That's what I wanted to say before the snake jumped towards me. Rimuru. Luminous. I was thankfully able to block it, as it was weakened by the many injuries it has. Luminous. How the fuck did this thing survive? Then, right after I said that, I heard an explosion, only for a couple of stone spikes to pierce the snake, and Rimuru. I'm sorry for my selfishness. When I heard that, I got confused. His cheerful voice disappeared, replaced by a quiet, deeper than usual voice, as if this is the last thing he will say to me. Boom. He exploded, sacrificing himself for me. Again. The only thing left of him was a small, liquidy goo, covered by the flesh and insides of the snake. Luminous. No. I quietly mumbled as I jumped down to where Rimuru is laying. I dashed toward him as soon as my feet touched the ground. I held him up from the pile of meat, bringing him close to my face, only to see his body barely holding itself together. I feel cold. I have never felt this cold before. My legs fell, hitting the ground with my knees. Luminous. Why? Why did you sacrifice yourself? I screamed at the motionless blob. Luminous. We could have defeated it. Despite saying that, I knew that we most likely couldn't. I was already at my limit, and even though Rimuru has a higher amount of magicules than me, he wouldn't be able to hold much longer, especially if it was him alone. Luminous. Why? Sob, why did you try and act cool? At that moment, my eyes were hazy because of the many droplets continuously slipping through them, falling to the ground, as if they were clouds. Did you, Sob, think I would care about you? Did you think, Sob, that I will, Sob, cry for you? Did Sob, you think, Sob, I would start to Sob have feelings for you? Did Sob tth think, Sob, I Sob w will fall Sob, for you? Then you are correct. I shouted that with my entire soul, holding my head up, facing the figurative skies, and with my tears flying up, I announced my thoughts and feelings to the entire world. Why, Sob, did you have to sacrifice yourself? The answer to that question was floating at the top of my mind from before we even met with this snake, but as it surfaced to my consciousness, I could only. It's because of me. I hugged Rimuru's body as I closed my eyes, and slammed my forehead into the warm, rocky ground. It's because, Sob, I wasn't able to do anything. I lifted myself, only to crash to the ground again. It's because, Sob, I'm weak, and I did it again. It's Sob, because I couldn't protect him. And again. Why am I so weak? I stayed still for a moment, contemplating the answer to that question. Why didn't I try to protect him? Unable to answer, I asked another question, yet met the same end. Why does he always needs to protect me? I screamed, only to quickly hit my head on the ground again, distracting myself by the pain. Why can I, Sob, never protect him? I hastily move up and down, painting on the cracking ground red with my emotions. I just want to help him. I don't want to be a burden to him. I want to protect him. I stopped my rampage, as my forehead was connected to the ground. Tears flowed even more than before, mixing with the blood that is coloring my vision red. I sobbed, collecting the will to declare my wish. I slowly lifted myself. I sobbed, just want to. With my back hunched backward, my chin tilted upward, while my eyes stared into nothingness as my mouth opened, unraveling what's been kept inside it. I just want to protect him, and, if you couldn't guess, I really like my characters, original or not, into insanity and desperation. But this is Tensura, and that's not the goal of this fanfic, Sue. Notice. Requirement fulfilled. Unique skill acquired, Protector. My mind raced when those words entire it. At the same time, a droplet of my blood slid past my chin, falling toward my arms. And as the information on the new skill zapped through my mind, I only focused on the melting blob between my arms and chest, as I felt new, small fluctuations from it. See, could this be? Wait, with the new skill, I can do it? It's my turn to save you, and thank you for staying alive. I brought my right hand to my face and bit the base of my thumb. I let my blood flow to him, and tried to inject both my blood and his body with magicules. And to my delight, all of it was absorbed. I'm sorry for being weak, incompetent, and reliant on you. I'm sure you won't accept me, or might even hate me, so I will use this chance. I moved my hands, holding him from underneath, and brought him to my face. I'm sorry for my selfishness. Please forgive me. I said that in a tone, not of desperation nor grieving, but a soft, slightly happy tone. Then I closed the distance between him and my face, or more specifically, my lips. The cold has finally stopped.